Hello, Mr. Negative here with a quick-fire rundown of every gun in Halo Infinite. Some of these tips you may know already, some of them you may not. But know this, when I began applying these tips to my game, my rank went through the roof. Now girls won't leave me alone, and the men? Well, the men won't leave me alone either. Let's get started. Battle Rifle. The bread and butter mid-range precision weapon. Sounds kinda obvious, but the best advice for this one is to go for the head. This weapon is hit scan, which means if you're pointing at it when you pull the trigger, it will hit, so there is no need to lead your shots or account for bullet drop. Assault Rifle. This is your starting weapon in unranked matches. If you're pretty close, you can just hold down the trigger and paint your target, focusing on the head obviously. As the target starts to get further away, however, you will want to periodically and briefly start letting go of the trigger to compensate for the bloom. Plasma Pistol. Charge it up fully, then hit your target to completely down their shields, then swap to a precision rifle like the battle rifle or the pistol for the headshot. What you want to do is charge your weapon up just before you turn around the corner where an enemy might be. Then, if there's a guy there, you're good to go. If not, then just tap the change weapon button so you don't waste all your ammo. Commando. If you aim for the lower part of the head or the upper chest, the kickback on this gun will lead the shots up to the head without going too far and sailing over the top. Lots of bloom on this one too, so pace your shots at range. Sentinel Beam. Kind of a similar deal to the Commando, but even harder to control. Rocket Launcher. Try to keep to the high ground, jump and shoot the rocket at the apex of the jump. Aim for the target's feet.
You should have gone for the
feet. Shock Rifle. This is basically a mini sniper rifle. Headshots are a one-hit kill, so get headshots. Disruptor. This weapon deals electrical damage over time, which means it will delay your enemy's shield regeneration. If you know your target's shields are going to be down a little longer than your own, you can push their position. Sidekick. Use this gun as your main squeeze and keep the assault rifle as a backup. A half-decent shot will get a quicker time to kill out of this gun compared to the assault rifle. Everyone carries one of these in standard playlists, so make sure you're picking up your victim's ammo as you will run out quick if you're using this as your main gun. Needler. Try to keep the reticule directly in the centre of your target's hitbox. Best use out in the open, but not at very long range. Bulldog. This is a shotgun, but don't be fooled, it's worthless at point blank range. Try to keep your target just out of point blank range, but not quite as far away as medium to get the most out of this. Or just leave it on the rack. Heatwave. Another shotgun-y type of deal. You'll more likely kill yourself with the bouncing projectiles than your target, so try not to do that. Stalker Rifle. This is similar in function to the DMR or light rifle from previous entries. The less shots you've taken, the quicker the gun is to vent, so make sure you're venting whenever you have the opportunity to prevent an overheat at a crucial moment. S7 Sniper. Have you ever been flanked while trying to snipe, then whiffed all 4 bullets into that space just above your attacker's shoulders? Try shooting the body, which is a much larger target. This will down your target's shields and allow you to finish them off with your secondary weapon or a melee. Pulse Carbine. Oh my god, this gun. I don't like this gun. I don't understand this gun. I don't get this gun. In fact, if you can give me a tip for this gun, leave it in the comments section below and I will give you a big old thumbs up, because at the moment, my tip for this gun is to leave it on the rack and use something else. Mangler. I haven't got a huge amount to say about this one either. Even if you land all the headshots, most other weapons will beat it at most ranges. Probably leave this one where it is too. Gravity Hammer. If you're close enough, the Grav Hammer will smush targets in one hit, but sometimes you will find yourself just out of smushing range, and the hammer will only knock your target's shields off. Always be prepared to switch to your secondary weapon to finish off half smushed enemies. Skewer. This bad boy is a one-shot kill anywhere, so don't bother going for the head, just aim square for the middle of the body. Cinder Shot. It's kind of like a less damage Halo Reach grenade launcher. Use the primary fire to shoot at the ground a few meters in front of your target. Shot will bounce up and hit enemy Spartans right in the cabbage. Ravager. Charge up a full shot by holding down the trigger. When this shot lands, it creates a pool of flames that damages enemies that walk over it. Use this in strongholds, total control, etc. for area denial. Hydra. This one's really had its balls removed since Halo 5. The rockets seem to tickle rather than smack. Use the lock-on alternate fire in an open area and you might snag a kill, but it still takes 4+ rockets to do so. Energy Sword. There are so many nuances to the skillful use of the energy sword, and it's easily my favourite weapon in the game. The sword has a powerful gap closer in the form of a lunge. If you're not sprinting, you'll know you're in lunging distance when the reticle changes colour. However, if you are sprinting, and let's face it, you probably will be, the reticle will not be there to help you. So my tip for the sword is to learn the lunge distance, so you don't end up swiping thin air. And that's it. That's at least one tip for every gun in Halo Infinite. As you may have guessed, I'm not a pro, but consider this your everyman's guide. And if you laughed, or even just smiled a little bit, you owe me a like and a subscription. I'll see you next time.